working on the Stephen West MKAL. It's day 1.
Yep, it's day 1. It's my first MKAL. So I really just worked on it like for an hour this morning, maybe a little less than that, before I started work. I watched his video and it's an I cord, of course. So
Yeah.
it was like 124 repeats. So I think I got it done. I put a little stitch marker here to mark 100. So I just gotta count and then figure out if I'm there or not. I think I am. And then this is gonna be my main color. He did say in the video to use like your darker color. So these are my 2 main colors. So main color, contrast color, because he suggested putting the light one as your contrast because there's gonna be some cool details with that. And then this is my accent color.
Awesome.
And this is a deep blue, which you can probably see better than
Yeah,
the
it's showing
video.
up really nicely on
Yeah.
the camera now.
It has like, you can see like little blips of black too, which is
Yeah, it's
very
kind of
cool.
like a little bit tonal in that way.
It's one you can only see in the
Got a
daylight.
nice shine
very
to
well.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm also doing my first Stephen West mystery knit along, and I finished my I cord cast on, and then I am kind of picking up stitches and casting on with a cable cast on. So this colorway is my main color. This is an Ex Libris colorway called Wuthering Heights. It was like a club yarn that she made last year, and then she made it into, I think, like a permanent colorway. So I really love this color. And I picked this as my main, even though it is my lighter color of the 2, I picked it as my main color because I felt like the detail would get lost in the variegated colorway. So my contrast color is Malabrigo. It's their new ultimate sock. So some sock with nylon, so you can actually use it for socks. And I just love how electric that purple is. It's so bright. I really love it. And then this will be my contrast color, or no, accent color, and this is the Renfield by Ex Libris as well.
Awesome.
So yeah, so far so good. It seems like very daunting, but I'm up for the challenge. It'll be better that Lindsay is doing it with me.
Yeah.
She
I
always
remember
helps me.
you said if it's your first MKAL too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. So
Yeah, I am
Yeah.
not participating this year, but I am enjoying the updates already. And I watched part of the video, so I always find his videos very like descriptive and helpful. So
yeah, he has a very nice kind of style of like explaining things and kind of talking, and makes it easy to understand what he's doing.
like kind of lengthy, you know. He goes into detail.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't realize how long the videos would be and everything, and how he'd go into so much detail. I only watched this part because I didn't want to spoil myself or anything else.
Yeah,
I keep kind of
section at a time.
Yeah, watching
Yeah.
a section or
But-
2 and then stopping.
Yeah, no spoilers.
He's really there for you though, it seems. So that's good.
You better be. It's pretty
Yeah,
complicated.
it's so tempted to join in, but I'm going to maybe wait till next year.
Ah.
Saturday, October 7th, I think. Anyway, it's Saturday. And just finished running about 5 miles with Luna here in Lawrenceville, one of the neighborhoods here in Pittsburgh. We found a kind of tucked away little dog park, so she got to go romp around with a few other dogs in the midst of the run. Just stopped and grabbed a latte from Cafe d'Amore. Then I'm going to head to City Grows. I need a plant for a pot. It's in my bathroom. And then we're having some people over for a low-key little pizza party. My partner is gonna make some pizza. He's really great at it. And then, yeah, I'll check in with you later. Hope you're all having a nice weekend, or had a nice weekend depending on when this comes out. Just decided to do a little mini episode as part of the vlog. I've kind of been slacking a bit this week on putting together what I've been doing, and I've not been filming a whole lot, so I decided to end cap what I did film. I would just talk about some of the projects I've been working on. Some are new cast-ons, some are existing cast-ons, and I have one planned. So we'll get right into the knitting part. First thing is Ex Libris Fibers, a local Pittsburgh indie yarn dyer. She came out with an exclusive line for Yarns by Design, a local yarn shop in a suburb of Pittsburgh, and I happened to be going there to pick up another yarn order and just could not resist and bought this really amazing yarn on her Rambouillet base, which I think is relatively new, but this is called Jade Unicorn. The line is based on spooky stories, or named after spooky stories, and if you buy some of the yarn from Yarns by Design and complete a project by the end of the month, you'll be entered in for a raffle. And I really wanted to participate in the make along, so I cast on something new. I decided to cast on the Collective Shawl by Joji Locatelli. It was actually kind of perfect for this yarn. I wanted to do something that I could use this skein plus either scraps or minis or other things from my stash, and this was perfect because you use one skein plus very small amounts of 5 other colors. So far I have this purple, which matches really nicely because there are some little blips of purple in the main color, and I've used just this plain black. I think the purple is from Knitted Wit. It was a mini I picked up, and this is from Woolfolk. And then I also plan on using some of this orange leftover I have. I think this is just like a Loops and Threads brand from Joann's. It's kind of a finer weight acrylic, but still pretty soft yarn. And I might also throw in a little bit of this leftover. This is the Mrs. Dalloway colorway from Ex Libris also, and possibly a little bit of this mini, which is a Hedgehog Fibers mini skein. And I like how it has the little blips of like highlighter yellow and some green and black and purple, so I think that might be a nice little contrast. But yeah, it alternates between these sections of brioche that kind of mirrors each other and garter, and it slowly gradually increases in size, and as you'll notice it's a little bit asymmetric because it kind of does this like zigzag thing when it's laid flat. Yeah, I'm really finding it fun and a bit meditative with the contrast between the brioche and the mindless garter. And then I am halfway through the second sock of my spider socks. So I finished the spider motif on the second one, and sorry about the motorcycle. Now just have the heel and then the foot to go. So this is the second sock. Very, very cute. This I've been kind of working on in the mornings as I have my coffee, get ready to run or do whatever in the morning. I've been doing that for like, I don't know, 20-30 minutes. And then I don't think I've shown this on the podcast, but I did cast on the sorrel sweater maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I'm using a fingering weight skein. This is from Fiber Optic Yarns in the Barista colorway, and holding it with Magpie feather, which is 70% mohair, 30% silk. Sorry, I didn't tell you what this was. Fiber Optic is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. So I'm just part of the way through the yoke right now. But I really like how the blush colored Magpie mohair really subdues the brown a little bit, but not too much. Let me hold it up this way, because this is actually the way, once it's stretched out, it will go on. But those dip stitches are just so lovely. It's going to be really nice, I think. But because I cast on the shawl, I decided I would put this on the back burner for a little bit. It's on my Make 9, so the goal is to complete it by the end of the year. But I'm not putting a ton of pressure on myself. Just kind of the garment I have going. And then I had recently gotten this skein of Brooklyn Tweed Arbor in the Butte colorway. This is a DK weight. I got it because I wanted to make the Autumn Doodle Cal. I bought the pattern for that, and I was going to use leftovers from my Soldotna crop plus add this in. So these are the leftovers from Soldotna. I have this mustard. This is from Rosy Green Wool. And then I have this from Magpie. It's like a variegated grayish purple kind of thing. And then a little bit of black and a little bit of this like sky blue aqua color. But I think that'll be kind of a fun little palette for my Autumn Doodle Cal, which is a color work cal that you kind of choose what motifs you want. There are pumpkins and leaves and coffee cups and things like that, seasonal. Speaking of coffee, since it's Sip Sip Knit, I do have a beverage, but not coffee. This is some chai tea with a little bit of honey and a little bit of almond creamer. Nice fall drink. So that is all the knitting I have to show. This weekend, yesterday was nice. Went for the run with Luna. I recorded a little bit before I was going into City Grows, but I forgot to mention how Luna's my dog, by the way, but I was running with her and there were these two dogs in a car next to us. It was in kind of stop and go traffic in the city, and the dogs were losing their mind over Luna. I was just keeping Luna moving, like, come on, let's keep going. And then we got through an intersection, and all of a sudden I hear footsteps, or like, I guess, paw steps behind me, and this little dog was running at us full speed, had jumped out of that car window, luckily was unscathed, but the owner just kind of put the car in park in the middle of the street and was trying to wrangle this dog running circles around the car, around the street. Luckily, traffic had stopped in both directions and she was able to get the dog safely. But yeah, that was something. So now Luna and I now have to worry about dogs jumping out of the car window and running at us. Before, you know, it was just off-leash dogs in the park and that kind of thing, and squirrels and deer, but now dogs jumping out of cars, so that's fun. Anyway, then my partner and I hosted a pizza party for, I don't know, I think 6 or 8 of our friends showed up. He really likes to make homemade pizza, so we encourage people to either bring toppings or bring like a snack to share. So that was really fun last night. And today it's been pretty chill, slept in, and then we went for a long walk over at Frick Park, City Park, across town from us. And yeah, now I'm home and I'm about to dive into some more knitting and probably fire up some Netflix. Just enjoy relaxing for the rest of the Sunday. So anyway, like I said, hope you're all having a nice weekend and enjoying your knits or makes or whatever you're getting into. Bye-bye.